Hello there, hope you have a fantastic day today. So this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to change fractions to recurring decimals. So let's go straight into it. So first one, so we want to convert 5/6 to recurring decimals. So to do this, we just use long division. So 5 divided by 6, if you like. So 6 cannot go to 5. So what we do first thing is we write a 0 and a dot here, and we add a 0 after 5. So which becomes 50. So now how many lots of 6 go to 50? So 6 times 8 is 48, right? So therefore 8 times. So 8. So 8 times 6 is 48. So I write this down, 48, and then I minus it. So 50 minus 48 is 2. So I just write 2 down. And 6 cannot go to 2. So we go put a 0 here. So now, how many lots of 6 go into 20? So 3 times. Because 3 times 6 is 18. So which is 3 times. And then we go 3 times 6 is 18. So we write this down. And we minus it. So 20 minus 18 is 2. There you go. So the remainder is 2. So if we add a 0 and 6 go to 20, 3 times again. And 3 times 6 is 18. See, we just write 18 down and we minus it and 2 again. And it keep on repeating with the same remainder. So therefore, we know that 5/6 is equal to 8.3, and then with a dot on top of 3, or a line if you like. So I'll just put a dot. So 5/6 is equal to 8.333 and keep on recurring. Second one. So 4/11. Again, we just use long division. So we just go 4 divided by 11. So 11 cannot go into 4. So we just write 0 and a dot here. And then we add a 0 at the end of number 4. So how many lots of 11 go to 40? So that is 3 times. Because 3 times 11 is 33. And the remainder is 7 if you like. Because 40 minus 33 is 7. Then 11 cannot go into 7. So we just write a 0 at the end of 7. So it becomes 70. Now 11 go to 70 is 6 times. Because 6 times 11 is 66. So we write 6 down. And we go 6 times 11 is 66. And we just minus it. So 70 minus 66 is 4. So we just write this 4 down. And again, 11 cannot go to 4. So we put a 0 down. So that becomes 40. So 11 going to 40 is 3 times. Because 3 times 11 is 33. There you go. If we minus it, so it becomes 7 again. And 11 cannot go to 7. So we just write a 0 down. And then we go 11 go to 70 is 6 times. And it keep repeating. So that is 0.36, 36, 36 and keep repeating the number 36. So the answer is 0.36. And the number 36 is keep on repeating. So we can put a dot on top of 3 and a dot on top of number 6 as well. Because 3 and 6 are repeating. Or you can put a line on top of 3 and 6. Now, please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi, I'm back. How do you go? So let's go through it together, okay? So first one, so we just go 5 divided by 7. So we just go 5 divided by 7. So we know that 7 cannot go to 5. So we write a 0 and a decimal point here, and we add a 0 at the end of 5. So it becomes 50. So 7 go to 50 is 7 times, because 7 times 7 is 49. So we write 7 down, and 7 times 7 49. I just write this down. And we minus it, so it becomes 1. Because 50 minus 49 is 1. And then we add 0 at the end, it becomes 10. And 7 go to 10 is 1s, because 1 times 7 is 7. And then we just minus it, that becomes 3. Then we add 0 at the end, so it becomes 30. So 7 go to 30 is 4 times, because 4 times 7 is 28. So I just write 4 down, and 4 times 7 is 28. I just write 28 here, we just minus it. And 30 minus 28 is 2. So we just write this down, and we add a 0. It becomes 20. Now 7 go to 20 is 2 times, because 2 times 7 is 14. So I just write 2 here, and 2 times 7 is 14. And if we minus it, because 20 minus 14 is 6. So we just write this down, and we add a 0. It becomes 60. Now 7 go to 60 is 8 times. So we just write 8 down, because 8 times 7 is 56. So we just write 56, and we minus it, so it becomes 4. Then we put a 0 down, and then we just add a 0, so it becomes 40. Now 7 go to 40 is 5 times, because 5 times 7 is 35. So we write 5 down, and 5 times 7 is 35. And we minus it, so 40 minus 35 is 5. And we add a 0. Now 7 go to 50 is 7 times, because 7 times 7 is 49. So it's 7. And you can see the 7 here is actually repeating. So we just write this down first. So 49, because 7 times 7 49. So the answer should be 0.714285. And because the 7 repeating, so we just stop there. Otherwise, you just do a couple more until you realize it, okay? Let's try one more. So 50 minus 49 is 1. And we just add a 0, becomes 10. And 7 go to 10 is 1s. And 1 times 7 is 7. So the answer should be 0.714285, because it starts repeating after 5. So the answer is 0.714285. So we just write a dot on top of 7 and a dot on top of 5. So that's the answer. Next one. So we just go 4 divided by 13. So just right here, 13, and this is 4 here. Of course, 13 cannot go to 40. So we just write 0 and a dot and a 0 at the end of 4, become 40. 13 go to 4, so which is 3 times, because 3 times 13 is 39, right? So 3 times, and then 3 times 13 is 39. So we just minus it, so that becomes 1. And 13 cannot go to 1, so we add a 0. And 13 cannot go to 10. So therefore, we put a 0 down, and then we add a 0 here. So that becomes 100. 13 go to 100. If you think about it, okay, 9 times 13 is more than 100. And 8 times 13 also more than 100, because 8 times 10 is 80, and then 8 times 3 is 24. So it should be 7. So we can check it out. So 13 times 7, 7 times 3 is 21. With 2, 7 times 1 is 7, and 2 is 9. So become 91. So which is alright. So that is 7 times. So 7 times 13 is 91. And we minus it, that becomes 9. Because 100 minus 91 is 9. And then we add a 0. And 13 go to 90. So which is, should be 6. Because 7 times 13 is 91. So it should be 6. And then I just go 6 times 13. Or 13 times 6. And 3 times 6 is 18. Carry 1. And 6 times 1 is 6. Add 1 is 7. So that is 78. And we minus it. So that give me 8. That give me 1. So it become 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And then 8 minus 7 is 1. So that becomes 12. And we add a 0. Now we just try 8. Okay, so 13 times 8. So we go 8 times 3, 24. With 2, 8 times 1 is 8. Add 2 is 100. So that means we need one more. So it should be 9. So now we just go 104, add another 13. I just write in here. That give me 7, 1, 1. So that means 117. And if we minus this one, so that give me 1, 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. So it should be 30. So how many lots of 13 go to 30? So it should be 2 times. Because 2 times 13 is 26. So 2 times. Then 26, I write this down. And we minus it. So it gives us 4, right? Because 30 minus 26 is 4. We write 4 down, add a 0. Now, you can see it repeating because we have 40 here and this is 40. So the answer should be 0.307692. So all the digits are repeating. So the answer should be equal to 0.307692. And of course, all these digits are repeating. So that is the answer.